Hi everyone, welcome to my first YouTube video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Faith. I am almost 24 years old. My birthday is next week, and I'm a millennial. So basically, growing up a millennial, you hear almost nothing but bad things about your generation. Names that were put on it. Millennials are lazy, they're entitled, they don't know what they want out of life. And growing up hearing that, I was just like, that's not who I'm going to be. I have control over what I'm going to be and what I'm going to do, and that's just not how I'm going to live my life. And then employing and working beside millennials for the last 5 years, it's kind of not what I've experienced with working by millennials either. So from what I've discovered with working with millennials, they are actually really special in the fact that they want something that's going to give them a purpose and a drive out of life. And when they find something that will give them something to be excited about getting out of bed for, they're willing to work really hard at it. And another thing that kind of makes millennials special too is that we've grown up in a generation where technology is constantly evolving with us. So we were born around the time that the internet started becoming a thing, and then we have grown and developed and continued to grow with the internet as it's expanded. So the way we're communicating as a generation has constantly changed, but then also the way we communicated as millennials has constantly changed as we've grown up. And it's been constantly evolving. Well, guess what? That means that millennials have been constantly evolving too. That means that we've been able to grow and adjust to any forms of communication that have changed as we've continued to get older. So we tend to be really good at that, right? But then we also tend to get decently unbalanced with technology. There's been so much out there that we've had to adapt to that sometimes we get a little distracted with how often we're actually involving ourselves in that technology, and can get kind of engrossed in it, right? Because the generations that became before us weren't used to having that, so they were so in-person experience based that those skills were the only skills they were really developing. But we've also been developing our skills with technology while we're developing our skills with people. So those are just a couple things that make the millennial generation a little bit different. But kind of what's happening is millennials are going out there and they're trying to find a job that gives them purpose and a drive to wake up in the morning. But another thing that happened with millennials is that their parents constantly told them, we grew up in the generation of the participation trophy, right? You get involved in something, you don't win at it, but you get a participation trophy anyway. And this kind of caused us to grow up thinking that anything that you start to do, you'll be instantly successful in, right? So that's kind of what we grew up thinking. And then you get into the workforce and you think, oh, that's not really the way it works. And it's not. You don't instantly become good at anything that you're going to start. And so then it was kind of a shock. So then you have millennials jumping from job to job, thinking that they're going to instantly be good at something. And then when they're not instantly good at it, they just switch to the next job instead because they think, oh, that wasn't the right fit for me. So clearly I got to go do something else. But they don't understand that in order to actually succeed in something for a long period of time, it takes drive, it takes hard work, it takes perseverance. So that's kind of where I thought I would be able to help with this YouTube and blog. So basically every week, this is just the intro video, but every week we're going to go over a topic in the YouTube video that's going to coincide with the topic for the blogs. And I'll go more in depth in the blogs and give you guys more specific tips and actions to get better at the things we're talking about. Because I truly feel like when it comes to success, there's a lot of things involved in success, but I feel like the biggest thing is what you do consistently. And so that's kind of my goal with this, is to reach out to as many people as possible and start working on some of those habits with you guys. So I'm excited. I hope you guys love everything we're going to talk about. I'm really excited about getting on this journey with you guys, and thanks so much for watching.